Welcome back to Grammar Time. This is Joscha speaking, and today we're going to be working on your grammar.
Hi, this is Joscha, and today we're going to talk about what if, or in other words, conditionals in English. Now before we start, I'd like you to remember the future, the grammatical future that is. You will pass the subject. You won't fail. Those are complete sentences, yes, but something is missing. What is missing? Well, the future is never unconditional. So, if I say you will pass the subject, well, you still have to do something for it, don't you? Take a look at this. You will pass the subject if you study hard enough. Or you won't fail unless you're too lazy. That's more complete, isn't it? Take another look at the sentence. You will pass the subject if you study hard enough. One of those two clauses reflects the condition and the other one the outcome or result. If you study hard enough, that's the condition, and that makes you will pass the subject the outcome, the result. You can also say it the other way around. If you study hard enough, you'll pass. Which of those two you choose is up to you. Still, take a good look at this. First of all, there's the comma. If you front the condition, you need a comma. And then there is the connector, if, in this case. So if is followed by the condition. And that is why many people call the condition clause the if clause, even though you can also have other connectors. Conditionals can make reference to something real, something hypothetical, or to an alternative past. Take a look at the first one. If you study hard enough, you'll pass. Now that is real enough. It's a real prediction. And conditional 1. Conditional 2 is for hypothetical things. So, if I say, if you study hard enough, you'll pass, that is real. Now, what happens if you don't study? Well, if you studied hard enough, but you don't, you would pass. Well, I fear it's gonna look bad for you. Just kidding. Now take a look at this. There's also a third alternative, a third conditional, and that is for alternative past. Something that did not really happen, and its outcomes. If you had studied hard enough, you would have passed. You didn't study, so you failed. What's going on here is we've come across an old friend, the backshift again. Just to jog your memory, this is a timeline, and this is what you do. We take one step back in time for each step away from reality. So, let's move right into the hypothetical. This is a conditional 1. If you care for a planet, you won't waste energy. Let's turn it into a conditional 2. If you cared for a planet, you wouldn't waste energy. And in third conditional, an alternative past. If you had cared for a planet, you wouldn't have wasted energy. And this one. If I have the money, I'll get an electric car. Let's turn it into something hypothetical. If I had the money, I'd get an electric car. Hypothetical, second conditional. And an alternative past, third conditional. If I'd had the money, I'd have got an electric car. Let's practice a bit more. I want you to make conditional sentences from these clues. Let's start with A. Climate change gets worse unless we do something about it. This one I want you to make into a real conditional, a conditional 1. climate change will get worse unless we do something about it. What about B? The climate can recover if we cut our emissions. Let's make that one a hypothetical or second conditional. The climate could recover if we cut our emissions. What about C? Things be better if action be taken earlier. Let's make that one into an alternative past, something that did not happen. Things would have been better if action had been taken earlier, third conditional. And another third. If I can afford it, buy an electric car, alternative past, third conditional. If I could have afforded it, I would have bought an electric car. One more. It not be so bad, we all work together. Let's make that hypothetical using if. It wouldn't be so bad if we all work together. Well, as usual, of course there's more. For instance, there's the zero conditional. When I'm in England, I always have a great time. Then there are wish clauses, I wish I were in England, and mixed forms. We'll talk about those another day. So, thanks for watching and don't forget to be awesome.